Hi, I'm Jim Steranko, and you're watching Invest Comics TV.
Hi, I'm Sean from Famous Faces.
And I'm Sebastian from InvestComics.com in a bird poop Superman shirt.
And a Holy Aqua Teen shirt.
Holy Aqua Teen Batman. And this is FFFIC. Woo! These are a lot of books.
Woo!
And that's a lot of woos.
Woo!
Alright, first, reminder, by the time you're seeing this, it's probably Saturday.
Hopefully Jay gets this up Friday.
What's tomorrow, the 19th?
Just saying, Jay.
Right? Well, it depends on when when Dave sends it to him, which will be Saturday morning. So,
Damn it, Dave.
Damn you, Dave. So, yes, reminder, if you tweet hashtag FFFIC and hashtag MarvelMag or hashtag so good, and then a link to either this week's episode or last week's episode, we're easy, we're not particular, you can win a free subscription to Marvel Superheroes magazine from Invest Comics and Disney magazines. And, you know, Disney giving you something for free. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? It's awesome. So, do that.
First books we're going to review, Night of Owls. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them this week.
Yeah.
I'll take the cool 2.
We'll speed around the decent ones and then do the cool ones. All right, Catwoman number 9. Haven't been reading Catwoman, but it's pretty good.
It was actually, yeah. I was in the process of dropping Catwoman. I'm considering taking a peek at the next issue to see, because this was really, really good.
Yeah.
Really well done. And Guillaume March does well.
Red Hood and the Outlaws. I still don't care about Red Hood and the Outlaws, but it was Night of Owls, so I read it. I thought it was okay.
It was okay. What I do have to say is, apparently, I don't know if this makes me happy. No, I think it makes me mad. Scott Lobdell can write decent dialogue and a decent story, just in a book with characters and versions of characters that I don't like. On, you know, the books that he writes with all the characters I love, not so much.
Birds of Prey 9. I haven't read a single issue of Birds of Prey, but this was awesome, and I feel like I've been missing out on Birds of Prey.
I love Birds of Prey, and I'm happy to say that, I love Birds of Prey, and I'm happy to say I'll read it even after Jesus Sayas goes away.
Oh my God.
That's my Birds of Prey rap that just happened.
For everyone who stops. Or who's going to stop.
Wow, no views. Wow. Travel Foreman of Animal Man fame, Sean's favorite, took over.
Wait, he drew that?
Yeah, that was Travel Foreman. This is
that
Animal
was
Man.
Fine.
I know. And I was worried just because I really liked Jesus Sayas' style, and I didn't know how his style was going to work. It's perfect. I'm still on. And
he drew Animal Man like that, I'd be fine with it.
Wayne Straczynski really writes a good Birds of Prey. Meanwhile, though,
Nightwing number 9.
Oh my Lord!
So good.
Oh
so good.
What's the best Batman book? Nightwing. Oh.
And unlike certain comic shops over in Orlando, I'm just saying, who we told to order number 8, we have plenty of 8 and 9 still in stock because it was that good, because we knew.
We think ahead.
Yeah.
Visionaries.
Yeah.
I say we. I really have nothing to do with the process.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, we gave you the heads up, so yeah. Anyways, so good. It was amazing. Like,
it's one thing to give an origin of a character or an origin of an identity. It's another thing to give an origin of an entire family line.
And Eddie Burroughs, this whole
it's gorgeous.
His art is just so great. I want more Nightwing. I'm probably going to read this issue at least 3 more times.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I don't know if you've gotten that from us, but that Nightwing number 9.
We've been preaching that book since number 1.
So, oh yeah, we've been.
If you haven't been reading it, when that graphic, I don't know what the graphic novel schedule is, but at least pick up 7 and 8. Do yourself a favor and pick up 7 and 8. Pick up 6 because it sort of ties into the Night of Owls.
Kyle Higgins writes the best Nightwing.
It's pretty
I can
amazing.
Honestly say,
I thought Tomasius was
Kyle
really
Higgins
good.
knows dick.
Yes, he does. Saga number 3.
This is my favorite issue.
This is like an issue of Murray.
It's so good.
It's fantastic.
That's my angry robot prince.
Oh
imitation.
Man. And the stock's in it, and the will's in it,
and the horrors are great.
Oh,
one of the horrors is good.
Yeah,
you know?
and the rest are like, nah. And you get the origin of them.
Not the middle horrors.
And just, oh man.
And you get
Vaughn.
You get a different kind of
shocker.
You know.
Surprise, surprise, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vaughn knows how to do comic books. Who would have thought? Fiona Staples' art is gorgeous. If you haven't been reading this, I don't know who hasn't because they've been selling so many. Go pick up 1, 2, and 3.
See
if you
this
don't like
ghost
them,
with intestines trailing? All right, poor Fiona Staples has to do this ghost in most of the book. She has to redraw dangling intestines in like 400 panels.
Yeah.
and it's good.
I'm just saying, if you don't like, buy 1, 2, and 3 if you haven't. If you don't like them, you can slap us with the comic books for all I care.
Oh,
Because there's no one who won't like this book.
And every comic has to end nowadays with a surprise. But this ends with a different kind of surprise than you used to. That's like, oh.
Oh my, yes. All right, Avengers versus X-Men galore.
Another 4, I think.
Number 4.
Yeah, right?
Wait, there's 5. But Avengers versus X-Men
Oh, wow.
4.
We don't have enough hands.
Woo, woo.
All right.
All right, we'll do Avengers versus X-Men 4.
It's round 4.
Round 4,
All right.
which is
Avengers
number 4.
versus X-Men, round 4.
Which I guess is the end of stage 1.
No, it's number 5 is the end of stage 1. They said.
Okay.
They
Almost the end of
specified.
stage 1.
Tom Brevoort said on something.
But still really good.
It's good. I thought partway through they managed to fake me out. I thought, wow, that was a rather easy turn of the tide, and then
all
it
of a sudden,
wasn't. Oh,
who wrote this one? Was it
fake
Hickman
me
that
out.
wrote this one?
This
Hickman wrote
is
this
Hickman.
So. Good,
Yep.
good for him.
And it's got Laura Martin on colors. I happen to love Laura Martin. Back from her Laura Dupuis days. I love Laura Martin.
AVX versus number 2. It features Colossus versus Spider-Man and Cap versus Gambit, which are fights that were continuing here that you only saw for like 2 or 3 panels. But this was just a fun, quick read, and it's great. It was really, really good just to see how these two would fight.
And really, okay, Internet, get ready to get mad at me this time. I don't like the character Gambit, so just watching Captain America beat him up was fun for me.
That was pretty fun.
It was cathartic.
Yeah, so that continues that.
You didn't read any of these?
No.
Really? None of it?
No.
All right. Avengers number 26.
I know there's a lot of talking.
Kind of picks up with in Secret Avengers has the space team.
Yep.
Yeah. See, it's very confusing because right now any book with an Avengers in it is almost one book. So this picks up from there, and it's Thor. Novar figures out that the cage they built to catch the Phoenix isn't working as well as Thor's hammer seems to do because it's a mystical Uru thing going on. So it's Thor versus Phoenix, and that leads to and a couple of the others. You get kind of Thor crashing into the moon and stuff. So never fight a Phoenix really.
Walt Simonson drew it, right?
Yeah, Walt Simonson drew it, so is Trebian. Novar having his little issues, but is good. Avengers Academy number 30. Christos Gage, Tom Grummett. So good. So good. You've got the adults dealing with the fact that Bastion is on the loose. What's his name? Sebastian Shaun. Sebastian Shaun is on the loose, and while he doesn't have his memories back, just read the files on his life, and now knows who he is, even if he doesn't really remember who he was. And then you've got the kids coming to terms with things, and really just a lot of good stuff with Laura X-23. Really, really well done. It's just so good, so good, so good. Read this series with or without AVX.
Uncanny X-Men 12.
It was okay. Oddly, I remember one of the things I truly liked about it was I like the coloring and the shine drawings on Cyclops' goggles. For some reason, that stood out to me. I don't know why. Jay Leestein did the inking on this. He did a couple. He did something else over here. One of the AVX things, maybe.
Maybe AVX itself. I don't know. Jay was somewhere. I saw Jay's name somewhere.
His name's on a couple of different things. Yeah. And Omori Hollow did some coloring in the AVX versus. You get a bunch of different things going on, but what it really boils down to is most interesting take on a Fantastic Four grudge. You've got Ben Grimm and Namor are not exactly friends. They beat the crap out of each other, but they're being studied by this insectoid, humanoid, alien race that has his own unique reason for why he thinks they're fighting. And you've never seen you've never seen Ben Grimm and Prince Namor both look so mutually dumbfounded until they're being studied.
That's a comic book.
Justice League number 9.
Awesome. He's going to say it's crap, but I don't care what he says.
I'm not going to say it's crap.
What?
I say this is the first issue of Justice League that I liked. I'm still not going to say that it's the end-all, be-all that Sean seems to think it is.
No, Nightwing is the end-all, be-all.
I know, Nightwing.
This is great, though.
But there was
enough background, a new villain.
There was a really good Batman moment There was Superman being written the way I wish anybody writing on this, either of the Superman books would write him.
Superman and Batman call each other. Or, I'm sorry, they text each other when they.
One of his favorite parts that I normally don't like.
You don't know this?
No, not in this issue. One of your favorite parts in the Justice League in general has been the Flash and Green Lantern banter. I finally liked it. This issue really, really worked. And Wonder Woman just being frustrated with the both of them.
And then the Shazam story and the
was
backup.
Really good. I hated the first part. I'm so in there now.
I'm just going to say, last page, I can't wait for more of it.
I'm so in there now.
It's so good.
I'm there.
And it's Gary Frank drawing it, and Gary Frank is so good, and that's fine as long as they give him, what was it, like 6, 8 pages, something like that?
The decision to make Dr. Savannah, not tiny, just makes him look exactly like Gary Frank's Lex Luthor. Yeah. Other than at the last panel, you can probably distinguish them apart now.
Oh my God. Lock and Key number 6, the end of Clockworks. Oh my God. Like, this... yeah, really. It is so freaking amazing. And it wraps up the story arc of their history, of Dodge's history and Randall's history, and how everything turned out the way it did. And, oh man, it's just... Oh man. It was a great ending to it. And for those waiting in trade...
I want that on the back cover of a trade. Oh man. For
those waiting for it in trade, you will not be disappointed. So, Saucer Country number 3. That's Ron Kelly art. I'll give it that.
It continues to be good. It's not... I don't think it's
except his women
in danger of being one of my favorites. But it is good. It's a lot of interesting and a lot of thinking. A lot of bunnies. But they're symbolic bunnies.
Found in the Outcast, number 6.
I love this book.
I just
recommended it to somebody yesterday in the store. I was
just like, here you go, Sebastian.
I was just here, and I got somebody who picked this up, and he was all excited about it.
He picked up issue 5.
Yeah, he picked up issue 5.
I'll start with 5.
Sold out all the rest.
All right.
But this is just really, really good, and this is a great issue. If you haven't read Found in the Outcast, this is an issue where you can jump right on. It continues the story, but it has a great little standalone, and it was just really well done. Who's writing this, so I can say that they are awesome? It is being written. Oh, it's Michael Allen Nelson. Duh, why did I forget that? I love Michael Allen Nelson anyway. He's so good, so good.
Sebastian, what time is it?
Adventure time.
Number 4.
Oh yeah.
It's
fun.
Is there Lumpy Space Princess in here? Because I've determined I'm going to wait for this to come in the little tiny digest.
This one mostly focuses on. This one mostly focuses on.
Little kid.
Desert Princess. There's desserts, and it's got those bears. What do you call it? It's got Party Pat and.
It's so good.
And those bears that have parties in people's stomachs. It's.
Oh God! I can't wait.
They did a great job of giving it its own unique voice, because obviously a comic book is a different medium than a cartoon, but everything they did makes perfect sense for if you translate it from one medium to the other.
It's Adventure Time. Read it because it's the best cartoon show on TV.
Yeah, that's about it.
Playing the age 14.
Really so good. I love this book. I say it every time. It's the best book you're not reading, and it surprises me each time at how good it is. This was just a great issue. I'm not even going to explain it to you, because you're not reading it anyway, but it's a great issue.
Legion of Superheroes number 9.
Really good. The artwork is gorgeous. We're getting into the Dominators. It's always fun when the Dominators come around in a Legion book. And
is that a new artist? Or just the cover?
It's just the cover. No, it's Steve Lytle, who did all the great Legion stuff back in the 80s.
It looks very 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s, we were informed by Mysterious.
I used to have a Steve Lytle
voice.
We want you, the Legion of Superheroes poster hanging in my room as a kid. Really, really good. And if you're, if you read New Earth 2 and you're missing the old JSA, Starman, who spent a lot of time in there, is back with the Legion in this.
Which Starman?
The crazy. Starman.
Okay, Jeff Johns, JSA Starman. Yeah. Fantastic Four 605 number 1.
Achtung Liebe.
Nazi Fantastic Four.
Was ist es?
Wow. And then if you read old Jonathan Hickman stuff, this ties into the old Jonathan Hickman FF run.
But it doesn't warn you about that till the end. You just start off with Nazi Fantastic Four.
And you're like, what is going on? I knew point ones were different, but yeah, what is going on here?
They go and recruit Ben Grimm out of a concentration camp because he's a pilot and they need one.
Yeah. It's just,
whoa.
Hickman, I want to say Hickman has this giant plan for when he leaves because all these one-shots are great and they have to be leading up to something, right? Like,
whoa.
He leaves at the end of the year, so something has to happen.
You still reading The Girl of Steel?
I'm like 3 issues behind. I stopped. Supergirl 9. I don't know why I stopped.
It's really, really good. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the idea of the Superman and Supergirl and the New 52 as these tragic figures that they seem to be making them. I like the idea of my shiny clean, but these stories are really good, so I can't argue all that strongly against it. The artwork in this is gorgeous. Who does this stuff?
It's the same one, right?
Mahmoud
Azhar?
Yeah, Mahmoud Asrar and Mike and Mike writing it. Really the best book with an S on it in the DCU.
Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi #4 featuring Nightwing, it looks like.
Nightwing. At this point, he is a Jedi.
It's Nightwing.
This issue, Nightwing is a Jedi.
He's a badass.
He's not the bats you're looking for. It's good. It's good. We've got a Storm messing up the Force. You've got Darkseid abounds. You've got Jedi doing what Jedi do, helping even their enemy, and enemies doing what enemies do, not understanding the idea of compassion and walking away. So it's really, really well done.
Hulk Smash Avengers #3. We didn't review the first two, but the first two didn't have the artist that we love so much.
We love Carl Malone.
He's pretty damn awesome.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Anna. Hi, children.
Hi.
You're probably not going to watch it, but
Molina Nights. Story was okay, but really I was in it for the art, and the art made me stick with the story.
God, Carl killed it.
Yeah. This was the other one. This was a double whammy for Famous Faces and Funny's buddies.
Jay.
This is Carl Malone and Jay Leasling over him. So it was all our buddies. Yay, buddies! And it was story-wise, it was okay. It was a decent Avengers story, flashing back to the Avengers time. Well, I guess best point of it is Photon was still Captain Marvel at the time, artwork-wise, gorgeous.
We really reviewed this just for Carl and Jay.
We really did. It's really just to say that.
Hey, Carl and Jay.
Carl and Jay are awesome.
Incredible Hulk 7.1.
Yeah, see,
this came out when Wolverine and the X-Men didn't come out. I'm confused.
Yeah,
that's not how that works.
They didn't want to be smudged Jason Aaron's name. First off, the art on this, Hulk has like this weird underbite and looks kind of like a troll.
Why's he bald?
Because he got hit with another atomic blast, and now Banner's back in him, and he wants to deny that. But
he is. Wait, that's why he's bald?
Yeah, I don't know who Hefte Paolo is, but I'm not your biggest fan. Jason Aaron, who I love on almost anything but this. I don't understand right now, Avengers making billions of dollars, literally, and
billion.
They did the best. I didn't think it could be that a better version could be done than the second Hulk movie, but they did the best, not only version of the Hulk, but the best Banner ever. And you go to the comics, and what do you read? Like, oh, I really love the Hulk, and I love the new Banner, and what's this? Hulk is not anything like I remember, and Banner is an absolute evil. What is that about? I don't understand why you would do that.
Ursa Minor 1. Dennis Strasberg, this is for you, apparently. Look, this is our review. He sent your Facebook thing. Just go with it. Review it.
Ursa Minor, it's Big Dog Inc. I like them anyway. This was really good. It's proven that you can take something that's been that everyone has done to death but done wrong, and do it right, and it's still good. This is one of those worlds in which turns out werewolves, vampires, fairy folk, and all of that are real, and we just didn't know till one day werewolves decide to kill the president.
Oh. All right.
It's a hell of an outing. And at that point, people go on a werewolf hunt, and the vampires go, oh crap, they're going to find us out. I got an idea, let's get ahead of this. And the vampires come out and say, hey, we exist too. We'll help you hunt down werewolves. Screw it. And they do. And it's a lot of setup for this series, but in the end, it starts to come together with the actual characters. Really good and really well done. Again, we've a million books and a million comics with the idea of a real world, but these creatures exist. So this is it done really, really well. Good job with that.
Thief of Thieves 4. I got halfway through and just didn't even.
I really like it. I don't know what's up with you.
I don't know.
I'm really liking Thief of Thieves.
You could sell on eBay.
And as we know, I'm not the Nick Spencer fan that you are.
No, and I'm a huge Kirkman.
I know you're very upset that this doesn't have Ike. I'm really liking this story.
Damn it, Ike.
I'm liking the super cool, can't be frazzled, Das Uberthief, and his son, who is like exactly the opposite.
I need more Ike.
And there's no Ike, but I'm sure that they could do an Ike crossover. Hell yeah, number 3. I thought number 1 was okay. I thought number 2, despite the twist being at the end being really, really well done, I didn't think that the rest of it was enough to make me care. I read this just to see, and holy the crap, I'm back in. Hell yeah, number 3 made me go hell yeah, and I'm down for this. So good, and the art in this is gorgeous, by the way.
Secret History of D.B. Cooper 3.
I love this book. It's
every time I think of this, I think of the Goonies.
Yeah, okay. It's really
really
more.
watch the Goonies
It's
every
really
time.
more Inception meets that Dennis Quaid dreamscape movie with
What is that?
a
Never
little
mind.
a little alternative, historical fiction. You got D.B. Cooper, who Google him, you'll see who D.B. Cooper was, and then you've got Cold War, USA, CIA, KGB, back and forth. It's just really, really well done.
Nowhere Man number 3. Long Day.
Yeah, number 3.
I thought it was
I can see. Yeah,
further along.
it did look kind of 5-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nowhere Man number 3, really good. Loving this book so far. Big Brother and the one guy who's immune to Big Brother. Just good stuff.
Shadow number 2.
So
Garth Ennis.
good, so good.
That's how I refer to him now. Just Garth Ennis.
Garth Ennis writes this issue of the Shadow. I know Garth Ennis is a big fan of the 70s and 80s.
Well, Shadow's his favorite superhero.
They used to do. I know he's a big fan of the Shadow, but he's also a big fan of those British war comics, and he wrote this one. So good. It's a British war comic that happens to have the Shadow in it, and it's really he pulls it off super solid, really well done.
Blue Beetle number 9. I should know these DC numbers by now.
I like this one.
I like him because Green Lantern New Guardians is in it.
I loved it because
Kyle Rayner.
I love how do you say
Tony Bedard's just right, Kyle
Marcio Takara.
Yeah.
Love that guy's art. I love him on everything. Follow him around.
Tony should just write.
Follow him on
all Kyle
DeviantArt.
books.
DeviantArt. That's how much I like. But
All
yeah,
Kyle books. Tony Bedard.
so good.
Wonder Woman number 9 continues to be the best Vertigo book that isn't in Vertigo. There's not much to say for it other than read it. Otherwise, you're missing out on one of the best books. Who cares if it's Wonder Woman? It's
Gets
amazing.
deep into the actual Greek mythology.
Oh yeah.
But so good.
I played God of War for 2 hours after reading that.
So good,
I
and
just
the
need to
decision
beat
to
stuff
not,
up.
they've done all these different weird takes of the gods that, have been very Vertigo takes, that's why we call it the best Vertigo book that's not a Vertigo book, but the decision to never let you see Aphrodite in full, or to never let you see her face, because she is the most beautiful, she is love, and that's going to be different to everyone who sees her. So the decision to never let the reader see her completely, just brilliant.
Six Gun number 22.
Read it!
There you go. Stephen Peele number 5 of 6. 5 of 6, right? Someone said
Yeah,
it?
it's almost over.
This is all reprint stuff, right?
Yes.
I'm not confused? Okay.
Yes.
'Cause I tried to say it before
It's
and I got
good.
an
It's
argument.
the first story has wrapped up, and now this one. The first story was more Steed-centric. This is more Mrs. Peel-centric, and she's in trouble. She's in trouble at the end. We got cliffhangers, but it's good.
New Mutants 42. I saw this the other day and went, wow, New Mutants made it to 42. Good for them.
New Mutants, Answer to Life, the Universe, and everything. Who knew? It's good.
Continues to be exiled. Part 3.
It's the third part of the 5-part Exiled crossover with Journey into Mystery. They try to fix things, but when you mix mutants and magic, you get mess. So, it's good.
Green Lantern Corps number 9.
You read it?
Nope, because I stopped Green Lantern Corps. And I know. Whatever. I'm okay.
It's good because it's tying into, this is all building to, stop putting them down. There's people in there going, I want to not be able to see that tiny little picture. But Green Lantern Corps number 9, it's the Alpha War, but really what it's building towards is, in the background of all the Green Lantern books, the Guardians have decided we're done with the Lanterns. We're going to make some, we tried the Manhunters, didn't work. We tried the Lanterns, didn't work. We're going to try the new thing, don't know what it is, probably won't work. Just looking at their track record. but this is building towards that, and yeah, it's the trial, and the trial does not go so well for Jon Stewart, and then Guy Gardner is getting himself in thicker and thicker. Greatest cover.
I was going to say, X Factor 236 has the best 90s cover.
Yeah, we have no helping hand, so I'm going to come up a little closer for this. All right, so let's see if I can get behind the camera and you can see. Look at this. They did the whole thing. Look at the size of the issue number. You can tell exactly what 90s time period they were going for. They threw the faces back in the boxes. Look at that. Straight down in the clutches of Scattershot. So good. So good. The rest of the issue is actually amazing. I mean, Peter David always does a great job on this, but
now you showed them the whole cover.
I can't. It is fantastic.
Danger Girl 2. Like
Really?
Danger Club 2. There's a lot of Danger books that are
I
coming out.
wonder, do you
every
take
now
Danger Girl on a date to Danger Club? Danger Dubstep.
That's that review. I'm done with that now.
Hell with you.
No
This-
dubstep. Dubstep
this-
staff.
I was gonna buy you a shirt. It has a little guy tripping, and it's like he's walking up, and it says, "Watch the dubstep." You know, watch your dubstep, and it's got this guy tripping up a step, and like a dance lights and stuff. Made me think of you. All right, Danger Club number 2. This book is so good. This is one of my favorite books out there right now. You know how comics like to do, even though they used a character name that I had, so I was like, "Oh, Ladybug is one of my characters," but it's. I'll forgive you and let you get away with doing it first. Mine's different anyway. But comics love to do that. You know, the first couple pages are what's happening now, and then it cuts back to earlier or 3 months ago or last Tuesday at 7:15. The earlier in this one literally blew my mind, and I'm clearly not alone on this. But it's not resolved when it cuts to now, and then it cuts to earlier. The earlier never catches up to the now at the end of this, and I'm left hanging going, wait, what about the thing that you showed me that's going to happen? So good. Read this book. It's up to number 2. Go get number 1 and read it.
Maybe you can
be
find
amazed.
Daredevil 13.
Oh, Daredevil continues to be really, really, really well done. Daredevil is still dealing with, he's got this hard drive, this unstable molecule hard drive, but everybody is after him. And there's some twists, some turns, some switcheroonies, and then a little bit of help from friends. But this just really, really good. Although Daredevil, it's building towards Daredevil, Matt Murdock and Foggy. What Foggy find? I don't know, but if you look at the solicits for the July comics, apparently things are going to be a little rough in the
Trade part of the show.
All right.
I have nothing to do with either one of these.
Princeless, Volume 1 from Action Lab, which I told you last time. Action Lab, love their logo, love their company, love pretty much everything I've read from them. This was one of my favorites, even though they like to send me emails that say how nice I do a great job of reviewing their books, but I'm never a quote on their trades. Is it is it because I do them in video and you just don't want to write it down yourself? Because I say nice things. I could be on the back cover.
That's going to be the quote. I say
nice things. I could be on the back cover. But this book is literally it's they say all ages. I can prove it. I love this book. My wife has read this book. My wife doesn't read comics. She read this voluntarily. Sneaky little things, reading comics without letting me know. And my daughter and I read this, and she loves it. This book is also it's up for 2 Eisners. One for issue number 3 as best single issue, and one for the whole story itself. Really, really good, and I hope it does well there because it deserves the recognition.
Marksman, that's a heavy.
It is. This is.
You want to think that's that big?
I know. I can use this in case there are marksmen. I stop bullets with this.
Yeah, he did that.
I did. Marksman. This was from Image. I read a couple issues of this when it came out, and then I kind of lost track because I never know when things come out. But now, again, I've said before, I really like reading some of these Image things in trades because I get to go straight through. It was good. It was a nice, solid story. It's basically a it's a Western. It's a dark future Western, and it's just the best of both. So really, really well done.
Okay, come to Free Comic Book Day again.
Remember, to the Enter, win a magazine. We love you, Internet.
Sort of.